So Folkert throws to Bolin, the drop ball on the outside corner. Bolin incredulous with the umpire John Hand saying that is not a strike, but it is a strike because the umpire's arm went up.
And he called it.
0-1 count to Ryan Bolin. Beninoka's on second, Brandon Horn is on first. Check swing Bolin, they're going to appeal. No, he did not.
Well, it's important for Hill United and Adam Folkert to shut the door here. Again, this all happening with 2 out. Back-to-back singles by Beninoka and Brandon Horn.
Beninoka with a 2 RBI single back up the middle off Ryan French. Then French gave up an infield single to Horn, and that was it for his appearance. So Adam Folkert is into the game, trailing 2-0, trying to stop the bleeding here so the Hill United Chiefs can get in and get some of their sticks going against Sean Cleary. Drop ball inside corner, and Ryan Boland is out of this at bat in terms of in between his ears.
Yes, he's got to refocus again here now.
1-2 counts. Swing and a miss on the rise ball, strike 3. So the big Australian Adam Folkert, in front of his wife and newborn baby, comes in from the bullpen and shuts down the Gators rally. We've played 4 complete here at the 2016 ISC World Tournament Championship game. The Toronto Gators lead the Hill United Chiefs 2-0.
Free means different things to different people. Free is the laughter we share together. Free are the tears of joy on that special day. Free is the ability to express yourself. Free is the air dancing around your fingers. Free feels good, and so does saving. At First Ontario Credit Union, our members always get free checking, free ATM use, free debit, free deposits, free e-statements, and new members get a free gift. Visit freeisgood.ca and get money doing better for you at First Ontario Credit Union.
For all your team uniform and equipment needs, fastball, slow pitch, and hockey, for players and teams, make sure you visit Corbett's Source for Sports on the South Service Road in Oakville, Ontario. There's a lot of deals to be had on all kinds of equipment. Thank you to Paul Hurd and Corbett's Source for Sports for their generous sponsorship of the broadcast program. Why do you play? For 100 years since 1912, Worth has been helping top athletes answer that question. Whether it's for strikeouts or home runs, the Worth K-Master 120 is the best ball in men's fast pitch softball, and there's nothing soft about it or you. Worth is proud to be the official ball supplier to the ISC. Visit worthsports.com for more information on Worth products, including the K-Master.
So Sean Cleary is back for his 5th inning of work, and the Hill United Chiefs will send up the bottom third of the order in James Toddhunter, Joel Southam, and Jason Sanford. Toddhunter struck out, Southam hit one back to Cleary, and Sanford struck out in their first time around.
I want to correct myself. When that Canadian championship, Quebec won the junior championship for the first time ever, defeating the Oshawa team in that final game. New Hamburg placing 3rd in that tournament.
It's great to see a junior team from Quebec. You know, they've been at the Canadian senior men's for a number of years now. Team with Matty Waugh and Matt Greer, 2 players who are here this week. And of course the same cast that they traveled around with for a long time. I don't believe they're going to St. John's this year, but those guys after hosting, was it just last year? Was it they hosted or the year before?
I think it was last year.
Yeah.
It was a great nucleus of young talent there in that Quebec team.
2-0 is the score. James Todhunter will lead off for the Toronto Gators. Or check that, the Hill United Chiefs. And he lifts a ball high into center field. Beninoka takes 14 steps to his right and makes the catch. So a first pitch out for James Todhunter, and that'll bring to the plate Joel Southam, who homered off Sean Cleary just a night ago.
Sean Cleary would love to have a good quick inning, get back in, and let his teammates add a few more runs to this 2-0 lead here.
Ball one outside from Sean Cleary. Joel Southam, a switch hitter, had a single off Andrew Kirkpatrick in the earlier game batting right-handed. He homered off Cleary batting left-handed last night, and he's in the left-handed box again right now. A drop ball, Cleary took a little bit off it inside, and there's no way Southam could turn on that pitch.
Great pitch just on the inside, going to tie up his hands anyway, so.
Please, not now call it. It's my first drink.
1-1 count to the Australian second baseman Joel Southam. Another changeup from Cleary. Southam thinks it was high. Strike two called by John Hand.
Again, you're down a couple of runs. You should be swinging the bat.
One and two count, one away in the top half of the fifth inning. The number 8 batter in the Hill United Chiefs lineup is Joel Southam at the plate. Chases a rise ball outside, and Joel Southam goes down on strikes. 2 down in the top of the fifth inning in what's looking like a very clean score sheet for Sean Cleary.
8 strikeouts to this point. Just allowed the 2 walks back early in the game, 1 in the first inning and 1 in the second inning.
Catcher Jason Sanford from Pictou, Nova Scotia steps in. Sanford went down looking in his first at-bat. And for the Hill United Chiefs, you want Sanford to get on with MVP candidate Brad Esco on deck. First pitch to Sanford is a drop ball inside that he swings and misses, strike one. There he comes set. Another drop ball inside, but this is well inside, and Sanford will take ball one.
It's the fifth innings, and it's
dusk here in Moline, so outfielders will certainly have to fight the sky for the next 40 minutes or so. Foul ball, Sanford, another drop ball inside from Sean Cleary. So that's 3 straight, Joe, drop balls inside to Jason Sanford.
Again, that's his method of attack against Sanford, and he's going to stay with that plan. Not going to show him anything different. Struck him out looking at a pitch back in the second inning.
1 ball and 2 strikes, nobody on and 2 down for the Hill United Chiefs. Looking to get something started here. They haven't had a base runner since back in the third. High and away for ball 2. And the base runner they had in the third, Joe, was erased by way of double play. So Cleary has faced the minimum since the second.
Kept it pretty clean out there.
2-2 with 2 down. Top of the fifth inning. Sanford waits. Cleary sets. Strike 3 as Sanford chases a rise ball that ended up over his head. And Sean Cleary strikes out the last 2 batters in the top of the fifth Everything going the way of the Toronto Gators through 4.5. They'll come back to the plate when we return.
Murphy's Fish and Chips is not only a great place to get some of the best seafood in Canada, but is also one of the best fastball sponsors in the game. Voted Nova Scotia's best fish and chips by Eastlink TV, Murphy's is a family institution since 1996 and a proud fastball sponsor of many Canadian and ISC championship teams. Open 7 days a week. Come join us for our famous English-style fish and chips or any of our daily specials. Murphy's is located at 88 Esplanade in Truro, Nova Scotia. We thank Dave T. Anderson and Murphy's Fish and Chips for their commitment to fastball and the broadcast program.
First Nations Payment Systems strives to deliver innovative and secure solutions that benefit merchants everywhere. We can help you decrease your costs and increase your revenues. With more than 1 million merchant locations using the First Nations Payment Systems platform worldwide, you can't go wrong by making the switch. When you partner with First Nations Payments, your clients will benefit from our world-class payment experts, support staff, and cutting-edge technologies. To learn more about how First Nations Payments can help your organization, contact us through our website at firstnationspayments.ca. We thank First Nations Payments for their generous sponsorship of the broadcast program.
Think about the greatest tournaments and championships played in fastball. Remember the players who have been at the highest pinnacle of our game, like Adam Folkard and Andrew Kirkpatrick. Gorilla Gold was there helping them win. What has been a closely guarded secret by the most prominent players is now available for you. We're ready to give you a hand to play at your best in all conditions. Visit us online at GorillaGold.com to order your Gorilla Gold products today.
Chris Abbott and Joe Todd back with you here from the Green Valley Sports Complex in Moline, Illinois, host site of the 2016 ISC World Tournament, and fantastic hosts, if I have to say, Joe Todd.
Great job done here by our host society, Quad Cities Visitors and Convention Center Bureau, Great crowds here all week. Great job done by the grounds crew too. Fantastic efforts put out by everyone. Very friendly too.
They are very, very friendly. Wayne Lalu leads off the bottom half of the fifth inning for the Toronto Gators. He takes a rise ball inside from Adam Folkard for ball one. Lalu might be happy to see Folkard come in. He's 0 for 2 against the other two pitchers tonight. Adam takes a little bit off that drop ball. Lalu takes it in the bottom of the zone for a strike. Two nothing. The Gators are leading. Another drop ball strike to Lalu. Adam Folkard is really painting the bottom of the strike zone in this at bat.
Again, he has to. He just has to keep that ball down. He just can't let the Gators add any more runs to this total.
High and away, Lalu won't chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Toronto Gators 2 runs came via a Ben Anoka single. Lalu lifts this high but just missed it. Johnson running in, Todd Hunter running out. Todd Hunter was turned around and he can't hang on. Now Lalu is gunned out at second base by James Todd Hunter as he tried to stretch it for 2.
Ball kind of went up into no man's land. James Todd Hunter went back. Mark Johnson was playing very deep for the hard-hitting Wayne Lalu. Todd Hunter unable to pull it in, but threw a bullet down to second base to catch Lalu at second base.
Yeah, Todd Hunter was running straight out towards the outfield trying to catch that ball over his shoulder, as he talked about, into the dusk night sky. But he recovered well. But Brad Rona turns on the very next pitch. It's deep. It's gone.
Brad Rona.
Solo home run, Brad Rona. It's 3-0 Gators.
Toronto now leads 3-0.
Brad Rona really coming through here this tournament. Big, powerful home run here in the bottom of the fifth inning, extending the Toronto Gators lead from 2-0 up to that 3-0 level.
Rona with his 3rd home run of the tournament. That one wasn't as long and as deep as the other ones, but it's worth the same amount, 4 bases. And another insurance run for Sean Clary who's got 6 outs left to get against the 3-time defending champion Hill United Chiefs.
Mark Johnson went back on that ball and actually fouled over the fence. I'm sure it can't help that extension of that groin area.
So that'll bring up Thomas Anoka. He is 1 for 2
Thomas Inoka.
with a single and a ground out. Anoka fouls this straight back. Oh, and that hit somebody at the beer tent. Oh dear. Might even be our buddy Buddha down there.
I believe it was.
Hit Buddha in the top of the back. I think he's completing his transaction buying his beer.
I think he's okay.
So Buddha's all right.
Put a cold one on that, Bruce.
Yeah, that's right. Give him an extra beer to put up there. He's got a couple of ball players down there from the Gremlins just checking on him there, but
Thomas Anoka down on strike.
Buddha looks like he's okay. And sorry, folks, for getting away from the action there, but
Now
Buddha,
batting
who's been
Shane
our
Boland.
scorekeeper here all week, had 1 game off, and he got hit with a foul ball.
Some guys are like a magnet to that ball, though.
Well, he seems to be okay. Shane Boland takes one up and in. And if Shane Boland didn't shave this morning, he's got no hair on his face right now.
Second strikeout on the books for Adam Fulcart in 4 batters.
Now Fulcart throws a hard drop ball, and that takes a piece out of Jason Sanford. 2-0 is the count. Fulcart talking over to the Gators dugout as he walks back to the mound. And Joe, you know, with all the Australians on the Hill U team, with all the New Zealanders on the Gators team, there's not a lot of love lost out there.
Not exactly, no.
A few Canadians sprinkled in between, a couple of Americans, but the top guys on these teams are from Oceania, and they do not like each other.
I'm not saying it mildly.
Boland fouls the 2-0 pitch out of the park. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 down to the shortstop, Shane Boland. He pops it up. Southam behind first base, just 2 steps into foul territory, makes the catch. And that will do it for the Toronto Gators in the bottom half of the 5th inning, but not before Brad Rona with his 3rd home run and 5th RBI of the World Tournament makes it 3-0 for the Toronto Gators. 6 outs left for the Hill United Chiefs to come back, or 6 outs left for Sean Cleary and the Toronto Gators to carry the trophy.
The law firm of Fireman Steinmetz Daya built its reputation on getting fair compensation for victims of serious personal injury or catastrophic claims. With a combined 90 years of experience and a fierce dedication to achieving results, Fireman lawyers have recovered millions of dollars every year for our clients. Whether you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident, a slip and fall, or as a result of any other act of negligence, when we represent you, we're committed to getting the results you deserve. With the lawyers at Fireman Steinmetz Daya, you are not alone. Contact us through firemanlawyers.com for a free consultation. No legal fees are billed until you receive your settlement. We thank Jack Fireman for his generous sponsorship of the broadcast program.
If a man runs for president, interviews for a high-level job, or needs a good table at a smart restaurant, chances are he'll be wearing a suit. Mr. Ned is your custom tailor in New York City. Located at 137 Fifth Avenue, we provide our clients with the highest quality custom suits at affordable pricing. Our range of fabrics is second to none and will fit the needs of any well-dressed professional. Whether it be everyday business attire or a special occasion, we have the ability to make you a man of distinction. Visit the store at 137 Fifth Avenue in New York or see us online at MrNedNYC.com. We thank Mr. Ned and Var Matosian for generously supporting the broadcast program.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose and Peligro Sports for their support of the broadcast program.
Top of the sixth, Chris Abbott and Joe Todd back with you here on the ISC Network. World Tournament Championship Final, game 70 of 70. And the Toronto Gators hold a 3-0 lead going into the sixth inning. But Joe, this looks awfully similar to a game a year ago.
Again, yes, a lot of similarities. So Sean Cleary has to be very sharp on his pitches for the balance of this game.
And the Hill United Chiefs are right where they want to be in the lineup, starting at the top here in the top of the sixth with Brad Ezekiel, who's walked and struck out in this game. 2 home runs against the Gators in last night's winners bracket final. So Ezekiel at the plate. Cleary comes set at the dish. And Brad Ezekiel lifts it high and deep. It is foul ball, or was it caught? I'm sorry, folks, we can't see it. That was caught in left field by Thomas Anoka. Our view is obstructed. Anoka goes deep into the corner and pulls that one back.
Thomas Anoka just following that ball all the way. Great concentration, great focus.
Nico Carrill comes up. He singled in his last at-bat. He chops one towards short. Shane Boland deep in the hole. Strong throw on to first. And that will retire Nico Carrill. 2 quick outs in the top of the sixth for the Hill United Chiefs.
Great out there by Shane Boland because he went deep in the hole to his right. So he had to come over on his back end, pick that ball up. Great strong arm by Shane Boland, firing over a shot to Brad Rona. Brad also applied the tag just in case his foot did come off the bag.
That'll bring in Nick Shales. Shales is 0 for 2. Struck out and hit into a 6-4-3 double play. And that was back in the third inning. 4 outs for the Toronto Gators. First pitch to Shales is low for a ball. Horn is deep at second base. Boland playing fairly deep at short as well, respecting Nick Shales' ability to spray the ball. And he sprays it to deep right. Trude is going back. This one's gone. Nick Shales, solo home run.
Nick Shales.
Shales showing off the opposite field power. And now he's brought the deficit back to 2.
Don't count the Hill United Chiefs out of this one. When you're the reigning champs, you also want to carry that ring home again for a third or, well, 4th time now.
The Chiefs won their first ISC title right here on this field in Moline, Illinois. They do not want their reign to end here as well. Steve Mullally steps in with 2 down and the score 3-1 for the Toronto Gators. First pitch from Cleary is inside for a ball.
Just a 3rd hit of the night for the Hill United Chiefs.
There is action in the... Oh, it's hard to see down there. I don't think there is action actually in the Toronto Gators bullpen. Justin Schofield.
I think it's just a crowd around there.
Justin Schofield's in the hole for Sean Cleary. Second pitch to Mullally. He takes his patented hack and straight back to the screen. One and one counts. Sean Cleary to Steve Mullally. Ty Sebastian is 5 steps behind the bag at third. Rona is even with the bag at first. Trude shading him up the middle. Check that horn shading him up the middle. Mullally with a wild swing, but he misses the drop ball and takes some steps back towards Jason Hill on deck to regain his composure. Deep breath from Mullally. Tightens his batting gloves, gives his bat a look, taps the plate 4 times. 1-2 pitch coming from Cleary. Way high and outside, and Ryan Boland springs up like a cat to pull in the ball.
Great grab there by Ryan Boland.
2-2 is the count on Mullally with 2 down in the top of the 6th inning. Nick Shales has put the lead back to 2 for the Gators with an opposite field home run 1 batter ago. Mullally swings and a miss. It's a changeup, and Cleary gets out of the inning. 3 outs left for the Toronto Gators to become the 2016 ISC World Champions. The Gators coming to bat in their half of the 6th inning when we return.
Free means different things to different people. Free is the laughter we share together. Free are the tears of joy on that special day. Free is the ability to express yourself. Free is the air dancing around your fingers. Free feels good, and so does saving. At First Ontario Credit Union, our members always get free checking, free ATM use, free debit, free deposits, free e-statements, and new members get a free gift. Visit freeisgood.ca and get money doing better for you at First Ontario Credit Union.
Chris Abbott and Joe Todd back here from the Green Valley Sports Complex in Moline, Illinois. Heading to the bottom of the 6th, the Toronto Gators lead 3-1 now after Nick Shales answered back with a solo shot for the Hill United Chiefs. Joe, how big is that Brad Rona home run back in the bottom of the 5th?
Exactly. When you can add some insurance runs to your total anywhere after the latter part of that game, that's a bonus. So a big run, big home run there by Brad Rona.
So with a 3-1
Now
lead,
batting for the Gators.
Terry Bader has elected to leave Aaron Trude in the game to hit and play defense in the 7th inning.
Ty Sebastian on deck.
If it were in an RBI situation right now, I think you might see Mackey at the plate, but Aaron Trude being the leadoff batter, probably a good play.
Aaron Trude bats from the left side. He steps in against Adam Fulker. Rise ball, and Trude swings right through it for strike 1.
Aaron Trude had the big hit last night that Brad Ezekiel made a fantastic catch on.
That's one of the best plays I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. Trude sneaks down a bunt, but it's foul, and Shales will retrieve it in front of the Hill United dugout. So Trude is in a hole 0-2 against Adam Fulker and the Hill United Chiefs.
Again, a good time for a bunt. Potentially, corners might be a little asleep. They're playing a little deep.
Trude's only at bat last night was the line shot to center field, but he got a good piece of the ball off Pablo Migliavaca. But he'll strike out this time as Fulker gets him on a rise ball. 1-2-3, down goes Aaron Trude.
Go, Riley. Show them what you got.
So that'll bring to the spot in the order where Ty Sebastian normally hits, but Jeremy O'Reilly has grabbed a bat. And we haven't seen O'Reilly since early in the tournament either, Joe.
Exactly. I think Tuesday was his last game.
It's tough to crack the lineup that the Gators have. Sebastian's done a great job on third base, which is the normal position for Jeremy O'Reilly. But he does swing a good stick. Just
Jeremy O'Reilly.
5 at-bats here in the tournament.
Now
He's
batting
1
for
for
Ty
5.
Sebastian.
And that hit for O'Reilly came in the game against Lamplighter, the 6-1 win for the Gators to open the tournament. Lamplighter out of Walcott, Iowa. First pitch from Fulker. O'Reilly takes a drop ball on the inside part of the plate. And Joe, it's not easy to sit around all week and then jump in the bottom of the 6th for a pinch hit.
Exactly. You go through a few practices here and there with the team schedule, but it's not the same as game action.
O'Reilly's going to sky this. Southam takes 14 and a half steps backwards and puts it in his back pocket, 2 away.
Okay, Pete, so I'm at 20% on my battery now, so let's see what happens.
So back to the top of the order, and Ben Anoka, who's 3 for 3 with 3 singles and the big one back in the 4th.
Big single there with 2 RBIs, driving in the first 2 runs of the game.
This will be his first look at Adam Fulker tonight, however. Ball 1 on the rise ball.
Again, that's the bonus to that 7-8 guy getting on base. Ben Anoka able to drive him in.
Drop ball inner half for strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ben Anoka. 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. The Gators will have a chance to pick up their first title in the new form of the Toronto Gators in the top of the 7th. And you know, Joe, it's interesting. I know a lot of the Newfoundland players for sure grew up watching a lot of the guys that were here to win the ISC Legends Tournament this week, the old Gators, the Master Gators. And now here they are wearing the same colors, the green, purple, and black.
Great tradition carried on by sponsor Jack Fireman.
2-1 is the count on Anoka. Fulker, as he was last night, being very careful. Now John Hand takes a few steps out. He might have had some headlights out in the outfield. Anoka rips this to short left center, and he's 4 for 4. Speaking of MVP candidates.
You just never know. Certainly has to be in the running.
Well, and you think about what he did last night and today, the Gators aren't where they are without the contribution of Ben Anoka.
That's correct.
4th hit of the game. Now batting, Brandon Horn.
For the Gators, the next up is Brandon Horn with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th.
Get another run here, Horn. Come on now.
Brandon 0 for 2 with a single back in the 4th inning. Had a walk in the 3rd.
First pitch from Fulker is a drop ball outside. Horn swings, but he was about 6 inches even shy of being close to it.
Yes.
Drop ball straight down, but low. Ben Anoka, 4 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He's at first. Horn chops this deep. Todd Hunter gets there, but there's no play. That's going to be an infield single for Brandon Horn. His second infield single of the night.
Base hit for Horn brings up Ryan.
Good hard hit ball. Driven right in the dirt on this diamond here in Moline. Todd Hunter unable to get to that ball, but I don't think he would have thrown out Brandon Horn even if he would have picked it up cleanly.
No chance to get Horn there. So that'll bring up Ryan Boland in an RBI situation for the 4th time tonight. He's left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runners on up to this point. And Ryan Boland is not likely to get fooled again, although he's in there against one of the world's best. Two down, Ryan Boland steps in against Adam Fulker. Anoka's on second, Horn on first. Boland chopper, Southam backs up on it, makes the throw to Mullally, and the Chiefs will go to the top of the 7th, trailing by 2. Jason Hill will lead things off, followed by Mark Johnson and James Todd Hunter. When we come back, the Toronto Gators will try to capture the 2016 ISC World Tournament.
At Cooper Tire, we make tires for people, not just cars. Our brand promise is that Cooper Tires perform on the road so drivers can perform everywhere those roads take them, because life is a journey. From the everyday motorist to the most demanding high-performance off-road and motorsports enthusiasts, we have tires for you. Cooper Tire is proudly based in Findlay, Ohio, and we have manufacturing, sales and distribution, technical and design operations within our family of companies in more than a dozen countries around the world. Visit us online at coopertire.com to learn more. Cooper Tire, proud of where we've been, confident in where we're going. The annual Boys of Summer Tournament is held every July at Circle Tap Bar and Grill in Denmark, Wisconsin. We host some of the top teams in the game at one of the best venues in softball. The atmosphere of old-time Fastpitch with all of the amenities of a full-service bar and grill on the grounds can't be beat. Reduced-rate hotels about 10 minutes from the park are available in Green Bay. To bring your team to the annual Boys of Summer Tournament next July, contact Dean Kane at ct16@greenbaynet.com. Thanks to Circle Tap for their support of the broadcast program.
Whatever your delivery requirements are across North America, Skelton Truck Lines provides you with reliable, safe, and high-quality service at a fair price. Skelton Truck Lines equipment is satellite tracked and delivers small parcel, less than truckload, and expedited shipments throughout Canada and the U.S. With over 50 years of experience and more than 50 trucks serving 4 divisions, Skelton Truck Lines is a thriving Ontario business and a proud Fastball sponsor. Visit us online at skeltontruck.com. Thanks to Mike Skelton for supporting the broadcast program.
Top of the 7th inning.
Hill United. We have Jason Hill, followed by Mark Johnson.
The last chance to keep their streak alive here at the ISC World Tournament. The Hill United Chiefs with their backs against the wall. Sean Cleary makes his way to the mound, finishing off his warm-up pitches. And he only needs to get 3 more outs to do something that he's never done in his career, is pitch the win in the ISC final.
Hill United Chiefs trying to stay in this game. They've been struggling so far with the bats. Only 3 hits so far in the first 6 innings of play. Sean Cleary with 10 strikeouts.
So it'll be Jason Hill, Mark Johnson, and James Todhunter due up. Dale Levy is a big stick on the bench for the Chiefs. We haven't seen him since opening night. Of course, the teams practice every single day, and if you need a big power hitter to come in, Levy could be an option. I'm sure Big Red is over limbering up in Chiefs territory.
Ty Sebastian's re-entered the game at third base for Jeremy O'Reilly.
Aaron Trude is still out in right field for the Gators, so Sean Cleary will come to the mound and face Jason Hill to lead off the 7th inning. Hill homered off Cleary in last year's final. First pitch, Cleary paints the outside of the plate with a low rise ball for strike 1. Not a soul has left the Miltham Field here at the Green Valley Sports Complex.
Great crowd down both lines.
Hill drives it to left center. It's back. Anoka's there. It is.
Caught.
Both teams are celebrating. This is going to be debated. This is going to be debated. Home run, Jason Hill. What an effort by Thomas Anoka. He crashed over the outfield fence, got a hand on the ball, but it fell beyond his reach. And Jason Hill has done it again. A leadoff home run for the Hill United Chiefs.
Real strong poke there by Jason Hill. Keeping this Hill United team still in this running.
Oh, hold on. There's going to be a conference. We do have an outfield official. And they declare that is a home run. Jason Hill puts the Hill United Chiefs back within striking distance. Now it'll be Mark Johnson due up to face Sean Cleary.
Mark Johnson, one of the top hitters in this tournament.
Mark Johnson with James Todhunter on deck.
Both teams were celebrating as Anoka went to the fence.
Well, I think Anoka caught it, but he was on the other side of the fence at the time.
Johnson, chopper to third. Sebastian. Johnson goes down in the batter's box trying to get the foul ball off the shin, and I don't think he sold it. One out.
I think he's trying to sell.
John Hill's going to ask the question, but Johnson tried to sell the foul ball off his shin. John's going to ask John Hand to check with his umpires. John Hand says he saw the whole thing, one down.
Better boys, here we go. Got one here. And again, Rhino.
So that'll bring up James Todd-Hunter with one out. Sean Cleary is 1/3 of the way home. The score is 3-2. With one away here in the top of the 7th, Todd-Hunter swinging a miss, strike one.
Oh, we did. You weren't watching.
He had a ball on the field down the right field line. So they fix that up, and now Todd-Hunter, who's in a hole 0-1, will dig back in against Sean Cleary.
Todd-Hunter looking for his first hit of the game.
Strike two, drop ball on the outside half of the plate. Todd-Hunter takes his helmet off and rubs the sweat from his brow and thinks about the situation he's now facing.
Again, it'll just be a steady feast of drop balls, I'm sure, for the balance of this game.
0-2, Cleary comes set. Todd-Hunter drives it to center field. It's back. It is gone. James Todd-Hunter has tied the game in the top of the 7th for the Hill United Chiefs.
Home run, James Todd-Hunter.
James Todd-Hunter took that ball. Real hard shot. Just straight line shot over Ben Anoka's head there in center field. Ball carried a long, long way. Cleared the short fence easily and bounced off the second fence.
Terry Bader quickly out to the mound. He has seen this movie before. Comes out to give his starter a little pep talk, and it's all even in the top of the 7th. Joel Saldum at the dish. Jeff Novacek has come out on deck to hit for Jason Sanford. Only one away. Saldum is 0 for 2 on the night. Todd-Hunter with a home run to dead center field to tie the game. First pitch, drop ball outside. Here he comes set for the 1-0. Saldum chops it foul. Bolin will retrieve it from the backstop. One ball, one strike to Joel Saldum. He's had clutch hits this entire week. Both teams, fans, both teams into it. Saldum on a changeup is out in front for a strike.
Great change up there by Sean Cleary, called by Ryan Bolin.
Justin Schofield is getting loose for the Toronto Gators.
You have to have a lot of confidence in that changeup, called in that situation.
1-2 is the count to Southam. Swing and a miss, strike three, another change. And down goes the second baseman for the second out.
11 strikeouts for Cleary.
Jason Hill and James Todd-Hunter have both homered here in the 7th inning. And this is their blue uniform, so number 2 is Jeff Novacek. Just had to double check.
Now batting number 2, Jeff Novacek.
So 2 down. Jeff Novacek will pinch hit for the Hill United Chiefs. Novacek, as we talked about earlier, hasn't played a whole lot here in the tournament. He's 1 for 5. His one hit was a home run.
So you know why he's called off the bench here.
First pitch, drop ball's a strike on the outer half. Cleary ahead 0-1. In the bottom of the inning, the Gators will have Wayne Lalu, Brad Rona, and Thomas Anoka due up. Novacek swings right through the rise ball, 0-2. These teams went to extras last night. Wayne Lalu walking it off in the bottom of the 9th. 0-2 coming to Novacek. That's inside under his arms, ball 1.
Good pitch right on the hands. Novacek was going to hit it. He was only going to hit in the infield.
Kiv's our first base umpire. We like Kivy.
1 and 2. 2 down, nobody on. And Novacek is frozen on a drop ball on the outside corner. So the Gators will hold the damage to 2. The Hill United Chiefs have new life as they have 2 solo home runs in the top of the 7th inning. The first from Jason Hill, the second from James Toddhunter. And we are off to the bottom of the 7th. The Toronto Gators will be looking to walk off the Hill United Chiefs for the second time in 24 hours.
Sometimes people worry about asking for help because there can be a stigma around mental health problems.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
They might believe that asking for help means admitting that something's wrong.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Some people worry about how others might see them.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Asking for help means that you want to make changes and take the first steps towards better mental health.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
We should celebrate the courage it takes to speak up and make changes.
Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
Getting help is part of recovery.
Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
Mental health isn't something you need to keep to yourself. Talk to a friend. Trust your teammates. You're not alone.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
The first steps may be the toughest, but knowing where to look for help is a good start. Community mental health organizations like the Canadian Mental Health Association or Mental Health America offer resources and programs that can help you. Visit cmha.ca or mentalhealthamerica.net to find a branch in your community.
And remember,
trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
So Joe, Wayne Lalu walked off the game last night, and he is leading off the bottom of the 7th in the tied ISC championship game.
Well, talking about carbon copies of a night, back to back here. We have the scenario.
The only change is that it's Adam Folkert and not Pablo Migliavaca on the mound. First pitch to Lalu. Drop ball for a strike on the outer half.
Both teams off their benches, both teams yelling, talking, encouraging their teammates.
Second pitch to Lalu is a drop ball inside for a ball. 1-1. Brad Rona's on deck. He's already homered tonight. And Lalu calls time. 1-1. Drop ball off the plate, ball 2. Folkert has to be careful, but he also has to go after Lalu.
Again, you got to challenge him.
This is ripped back up the middle on a line, about a 4-hopper to Brad Esgo in center field, and Wayne Lalu has led off the bottom of the 7th with a base hit.
Big hard rip right up the middle of the infield.
And I'm looking to see if they're going to run for Lalu. They are not.
Single by Lalu brings up Brad Rona.
Lalu has not been subbed out before tonight, so they're going to let the big man run the bags.
Lalu does run well. The amount of weight he carries, but he does have good gazelle type speed out there.
You're going to call him a gazelle? All right.
Sure.
Okay.
I saw him go down that line earlier tonight. I was very impressed.
First pitch to Rona, drop ball outside. So it doesn't get any easier for Adam Folkert in the bottom of the 7th. Folkert is already running on fumes, facing 2 of the best hitters in the world. Rona fouls it off and it hits about 7 posts, ricochets around the backstop, and shoots out to Nick Shales at third base. His bat is electric.
Brad Rona got a piece of that ball. He wants a little bit more now.
1-1 count. Rona squares the bunt and fouls it back. And you know, Blair Setford says Brad Rona is one of the best bunters on the Toronto Gators. He went after a rise ball that time and is now in a 1-2 hole.
Yeah, it's okay to bunt, but then you have to make sure it's a strike still. It's very tough to bunt a ball that's up in your shoulders.
Almost impossible. 1-2 to Rona. Swing and a miss, strike 3, a drop ball outside. A big out for Adam Folkert. And they'll bring it around to Thomas Anoka. Anoka is 1 for 3 on the night. He singled back in the second inning.
Tied up, hit him. It's 3-all and it's the bottom of the 7th.
4 strikeout for Adam Folkert, 7 for Hill United tonight.
It's 1 out.
So there's 1 down. Runner on first is Wayne Lalu. Thomas Anoka at the dish. He'll swing and miss, strike 1. And Folkert is relying on that outside drop ball to get these Gators batters off the game.
Again, great location on that pitch.
And he goes inside with the drop for a ball.
So it's 1 called strike and a ball.
Goes back outside with a drop ball. This is off the plate and no swing from Anoka. 2-1. Shane Boland is on deck for the Gators. Trying to look calm, but his heart's got to be racing. Swing, and this is golf foul. 2-2.
They're out there eager. They're out there wanting to swing. Very aggressive, the Gators.
The Hill United Chiefs and the Toronto Gators, the bottom of the 7th inning. Wayne Lalu led off the inning with a rocket back through the middle that nearly took the legs off of Adam Folkert. A screamer that Brad Esgo had to pick up. Then Rona went down swinging, and here's Thomas Anoka, 2-2. Folkert comes set. Chops it foul, and the count will stay at 2s.
Good protect on that plate by Thomas Anoka with 2 strikes. Anything close to that plate, you better be aggressive.
Two count with 1 away. Drop ball inside. The Chiefs thought it was a strike for sure. It bent Anoka back, and Sanford will walk the ball back to the mound to silently protest that call or non-call from John Hand.
John Hand's been giving that outside corner of that plate. He's not going to give the inside as well.
Full count. The runner Lalu is at first with 1 down. Folkert walks Thomas Anoka. Drop ball that didn't make it all the way to the plate.
Bring them in. Come on, Bowley. Stay put. Bring them in.
So 2 on and 1 down. Shane Boland is the batter.
Anoka walks.
Now we have that runner in scoring position with Lalu at second base.
Now we are going to see a runner for Lalu, I believe. Terry Bader has come down the third base line to talk to John Hand. He's looking out towards Lalu at second base. And it looks like Dante Mudakatur is going to run for Wayne Lalu, the senior of New Zealand, leaving for the future. Dante Mudakatur. Shane Boland looking to bring him around.
Dante Mudakatur now running.
Boland is 1 for 3 on the night.
Guys, we got 2%.
Also reached the fielder's choice, and he scored a run back in the 4th.
Just one out here, bottom of the 7th inning.
Shane Boland with a chance to be the hero. First pitch from Falkert is driven deep. Shane Boland to the fence. It's gone. Shane Boland has hit the game-winning home run in the ISC World Tournament, and the Toronto Gators are world champions.
Shane Boland got all of that pitch, drove it deep over the center field of Brad Ezekiel. Brad Ezekiel didn't have a chance at catching that one. Driving in the 3 runs, Toronto Gators are your 2016 ISC World Tournament champions.
Shane Boland was 1 for 14 coming into the game. Terry Bader and staff stayed with him, and Boland is now the hero of the day for the Toronto Gators.
2 big wins over the Toronto Gators over the Hill United team. Great show here put on by both these teams this week.
The Toronto Gators, who were ranked number 2 in the world coming in, defeated the number 1 ranked team twice. Adam Falkert will fall 1 win shy of beating Gerald Muselar's consecutive wins record, and the Toronto Gators are the 2016 world champions. Sean Clary pitches the full game and gets the win. Shane Boland is the hero, and they're on wheels in Newfoundland tonight.
Free means different things to different people. Free is the laughter we share together. Free are the tears of joy on that special day. Free is the ability to express yourself. Free is the air dancing around your fingers. Free feels good, and so does saving. At First Ontario Credit Union, our members always get free checking, free ATM use, free debit, free deposits, free e-statements, and new members get a free gift. Visit freeisgood.ca and get money doing better for you at First Ontario Credit Union.